From an ex-Prime Minister to an Olympic legend, Hollywood heavyweight and the biggest Oscar winner in the country, the King's Day honours have been announced today. It's an all-singing, all-dancing lineup with just a little bit of controversy. Responsible for some of the most OTT films of our time, power couple Baz Luhrmann and Catherine Martin today took home top honours with his and hers Companion of the Order of Australia awards. The director and costume designer recognised for championing emerging talent, invigorating Australia's cultural heritage and putting us on the Hollywood map. Yay! Alongside them, a slightly more contentious choice.
Look, anyone who's the former PM of this country, I think it's a really, really tough job to do.
I think Scott Morrison should give it back and give it to someone who is more deserving, which is pretty much anyone else.
The 30th Prime Minister of Australia, Scott Morrison, recognised for his service to the nation during the COVID pandemic.
I'm very humbled by the recognition and thankful to the Australian people.
But the response has been mixed, a petition protesting ScoMo's selection racking up thousands of signatures.
I just don't think that he deserves that.
It's a lot of hours, a lot of work, a lot of effort, so yeah, good on him.
Olympic swim legend Nicole Livingstone, Rocky Horror Picture Show director Jim Sharman and media royalty Deb Hutton were also honoured, alongside hundreds of unsung Aussie heroes like Gary Allsop. At 28, Gary was left a quadriplegic on the footy ground. Gary lost his job, his house and his marriage. But 10 years later, Gary founded Spinal Cure Australia, and ever since has been advocating for people with disabilities.
You never know what's around the corner. I wasn't expecting this and wasn't part of my grand plan.
Today, Gary received a Medal of the Order of Australia for his unwavering commitment to change in the world of spinal cord injury.
And Gary Allsop, OAM, joins us now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much.
Oh, hey, Gary, we know you don't do this for the accolades, but what does this honour...
No, not at all.
What does this honour feel like? It's a big one.
Well, it is, and I mean, I don't do anything to receive awards, but it's nice to be recognised, and yeah, it's very much an honour to have your country see you in this way.
Mm.
Gary, OAM, great to see you. You've been through a hell of a lot, mate. You became quadriplegic after a sporting accident, as we said. You lost your house, your job, your marriage. How does any human come back from that, manage to dedicate their life to advocacy?
Well, very much in baby steps. It takes you a little while to get over all that and pick yourself up a bit. And I guess I decided in life not to sit around feeling sorry for myself. The only way to get yourself up again is to get things that are going to be active for your mind and maybe help other people along the way, and that's the way I've chosen to live my life.
And it probably helps that it's a cause that is so close to your heart for obvious reasons. When you first suffered your injury, what sort of support was there for you?
Well, personal support, not a lot. We got a little bit of care, a couple of days a week. But my mum and dad, you know, I owe a lot of gratitude to them. They, you know, they took me in at home with no questions, and, you know, they looked after me with the shortfall. And originally, there was a lot of help, but to where we are now, my dad passed away about 10 years ago. My mum's in health, in aged care. Shout out to Joyce at Our Care. And she looked after me until a couple of years ago, along with carers, and now, due to the NDIS, I'm lucky enough to have 24/7 care, so I'm very grateful for that, and I've got a good crew of people that look after me and support me, and I've got 3 sisters, and they're very supportive, and, you know, life's not too bad.
Gee, your mum and your sisters must be pretty proud of you.
Yeah, they are. They, you know, we all get a bit emotional when we talking about this, but they know what I've been through, and I guess they probably don't know all the things I've done in the background, but they know a lot of it, and so yeah, they are immensely proud, as are some of the friends that have called me, and a few politicians even, and yeah, it makes you feel good, and hopefully it makes what you're doing worthwhile, and such a pleasure to be involved in.
Now, mate, now you've been given this award, you've got this platform. When you speak, people are going to listen. What's next for you?
Yeah, well, I'll just keep spreading my word and, you know, where I can make the most influence for possible government contacts, corporate sponsors, get out there to even people, fellows in wheelies. You know, don't lose your life just because you've had a spinal injury. There are things beyond that. You've just got to look a little bit, explore your own hobbies and beliefs and get out there and do it, because you only get one life, and you know, don't take it for granted, because you never know what can happen around the time. So live your life and make a difference. That's what I reckon.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice, yeah, you're an inspirational guy, Gary, and I'm sure there'll be so many people who will benefit hugely from hearing that message. They can form an orderly queue to speak to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
It's people like Gary that make me proud to be an Aussie.
Yeah, and a great sort of person to celebrate on a day like this.
His mum needs a medal too. Barnaby Joyce said during the week, or during the awards today, that no one who earns a salary ought to get an AO. Well, I think that's a pretty silly thing to say. I mean, you've got medical experts, you've got a whole group of people. Politicians, I'm not sure. If you're ex-PM, should you get an AO? Yeah. Maybe.
I reckon there's two things about that. I don't like people who oppose this just because they don't like this particular Prime Minister or they don't like the politics of that. That's just a silly objection, I think. But I think there is a thing about, if you're the Prime Minister, you are recognised in so many other ways. Yeah. And you get perks for that, you get hung on walls for that.
Cars,
and maybe
officers,
it's a different
staff.
sort of it's just a different recognition.
I think the only PM who hasn't got an AO was Paul Keating, but I can't remember whether he said I don't want it or whether it wasn't offered.
Either is possible.
And he would have said it beautifully, whatever he said.
For the best burns in Parliament.